Video begins with a rapid montage of dogs making funny, guilty, or confused faces, intercut with poop emojis and question marks. Upbeat, slightly quirky music plays. Have you ever caught your dog doing that? You know, the one thing that makes you question all their life choices. You turn your back for 1 second, and suddenly they're having a snack that definitely wasn't in their food bowl. If you've ever stared in horror as your beloved furry friend ate poop, you are not alone. And you probably asked yourself, why? Is my dog weird? Are they sick? Is this some strange canine delicacy I don't know about? Well, get ready, because we're about to dive deep into the not-so-glamorous world of why dogs eat poop. The scientific term for this behavior is coprophagia, and believe it or not, there's a fascinating mix of science, instinct, and behavior behind it. It's not just your dog being gross for fun. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why it happens, but also learn effective ways to stop it. First, let's get one thing straight. It's more common than you think. While it might seem bizarre to us in the animal kingdom, it's not always a red flag. Let's start with the most natural reason: motherhood. A mother dog will often eat her puppy's waste for the first few weeks of their lives. This is a powerful instinctual behavior designed to keep the den clean, hide the scent of her vulnerable litter from potential predators, and prevent the spread of parasites. It's a survival tactic, plain and simple. So for some puppies, they might pick up this behavior simply by watching their mom. It's their first ever lesson in monkey see, monkey do. Or in this case, puppy see, puppy do. But what about adult dogs? Why would a grown-up dog with no puppies to clean up after suddenly develop a taste for lawn cigars? One of the biggest culprits can be nutritional. If a dog's diet is lacking in certain nutrients, or if they have trouble digesting their food properly, their body might drive them to seek out those missing elements elsewhere. Poop, especially from other animals, can contain undigested nutrients. For example, if a dog isn't absorbing enough B vitamins, they might instinctively try to get them back by, well, re-consuming them. It's their body's clumsy way of trying to balance its own books. This is especially true for dogs. Fed low-quality food that's full of fillers, they can't properly break down. Their stool might still smell and taste enough like food to be appealing. Now let's talk about medical reasons. Sometimes coprophagia can be a symptom of an underlying health issue. Conditions that cause an increase in appetite, like diabetes, Cushing's disease, or thyroid problems, can lead a dog to eat just about anything, including stool. It's not about taste, it's about an insatiable hunger. Similarly, issues with the pancreas, known as exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, mean a dog can't produce the enzymes needed to digest fat, protein, and starches. They are essentially starving no matter how much they eat, and their body screams for more calories from any source available. Parasites like intestinal worms can also rob a dog of vital nutrients, triggering the same desperate search for more food. This is why a sudden start to this behavior, especially in an adult dog who's never done it before, always warrants a trip to the vet. It's crucial to rule out any medical problems before you start addressing it as a purely behavioral issue. Alright, so we've covered instinct and medical reasons. But what if your dog is perfectly healthy and wasn't copying their mom? Welcome to the wide world of behavioral reasons. And this is where things get really interesting. Let's start with boredom and stress. A dog who is left alone for long hours with nothing to do might start eating poop out of sheer boredom. It's something to do, an activity to pass the time. It can also be a self-soothing behavior, much like how a stressed human might bite their nails. If a dog is anxious, whether from separation anxiety, a new environment, or loud noises, this can manifest in all sorts of strange habits. Another major behavioral driver is attention seeking. Dogs are smart. They quickly learn what gets a reaction from you. If every time they go near poop, you gasp, shout, and run over to them, you've just turned a boring pile of waste into the most exciting toy in the world. For your dog, any attention, even negative attention, is better than no attention at all. They think, oh, when I do this, my human stops what they're doing and focuses completely on me. I should do this more often. It becomes a game, and unfortunately, you're a key player. Then there's the improper punishment angle. Let's say you're potty training a puppy. You find an accident in the house, and your first instinct might be to scold the puppy and maybe even rub their nose in it, which, by the way, you should never do. This can backfire spectacularly. The puppy doesn't understand you're mad about where they went. They just learned that the presence of poop makes their human angry. So what's their logical solution? I need to get rid of the evidence before my human sees it. And the quickest way to do that is to eat it. They're not being defiant. They're trying to avoid being scolded by cleaning up their own mess, just in the most stomach-turning way possible. So how do we stop this? The solution depends entirely on the cause. First and foremost, a vet checkup is non-negotiable. Get a full health screening to rule out any nutritional deficiencies, parasites, or other medical conditions. If your vet gives you the all clear, then you can focus on management and training. The most effective method is prevention and management. This means being a super vigilant poop scooper. The less opportunity your dog has, the better. Clean your yard immediately after your dog does their business. On walks, keep them on a short leash and watch them like a hawk. The goal is to break the habit cycle. If they can't practice the behavior, the habit will eventually fade. For cat owners, this means keeping the litter box somewhere the dog absolutely cannot access. A baby gate, a cat door, or a covered litter box can be a lifesaver here. Next, upgrade their diet. Talk to your vet about switching to a high-quality, highly digestible dog food. Sometimes a simple dietary change is all it takes to solve the problem. If digestion is an issue, your vet might recommend adding certain supplements like probiotics or digestive enzymes to help their gut process food more efficiently. There are also food additives and treats on the market designed to make a dog's stool taste bitter and unappealing. These can be hit or miss. Some dogs don't mind the taste, but they are worth a try as part of a larger strategy. Now for training. The key here is to teach your dog a more desirable behavior. Work on rock-solid leave it and come commands. Make these commands the most fun and rewarding things in the world. Use high-value treats like chicken, cheese, or their absolute favorite snack, so that coming to you is way more appealing than investigating that pile of poop. When you're in the yard and your dog finishes their business, immediately call them to you in a happy, excited voice and give them a fantastic reward. You want to teach them that the best thing to do after pooping is to run straight to you for a party. And finally, address the behavioral root causes. Is your dog bored? Increase their exercise and mental stimulation. Introduce puzzle toys, play more fetch, go on longer walks, or try a dog sport like agility. A tired, mentally stimulated dog is a well-behaved dog. If anxiety is the issue, work on building their confidence and managing their stress. This might involve counter-conditioning for their triggers, or in severe cases, consulting with a professional dog trainer or veterinary behaviorist. Remember, never punish your dog for eating poop. It will only create fear and anxiety, likely making the problem even worse. Stay calm, manage the environment, and focus on positive reinforcement. Dealing with coprophagia can be frustrating, but with patience and a solid plan, you can absolutely manage and resolve it. It starts with understanding the why, and then systematically addressing it. It's a journey, but your relationship with your dog and your gag reflex will be much better for it. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope this video helped shed some light on this confusing canine habit. If you found this helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss out on more deep dives into the weird and wonderful world of our pets. Drop a comment below if you've ever dealt with this. We're all in this together. See you in the next video.